Hey everybody, it's Rob here. We already found a bunch of the new Uber Uniques here, and I want to show you quickly how we can craft the new Ubers here using runes and how to transfer runes and all that stuff. So let's get into it. We already did a lot of blasting here and I farmed a lot of Ubers, and it's also been confirmed in the patch notes that in fact Andariel and Duriel have double the chance of dropping Uber Uniques in comparison to the other Uber bosses. So you definitely want to be farming those. And there are also a ton of new Uber Uniques. I also got the new Mythic Unique Glaive here for the Spiritborn. There is the Heir of Perdition. This is also one of the new ones. There is the unique pole arm here, Shattered Vow, which is also one of the new ones. And the Shroud of False Death, which is also one of the new ones. And then of course like the normal suspects here exists. Grandfather, Doombringer, Harlequin's Crest. I even found the Harlequin's Crest with greater affix. And there was also some weird interaction here where you see these Shroud of False Death were not a count bound, so we could actually like trade these. They also take, the sound also takes priority now, like if you're dropping those Ubers. They basically have like an additional sound effect. There's like one razor plate that sneaked in here. And you also notice that the Uber always comes with at least one greater affix. So if you find an Uber Unique, you can always be sure that it is gonna be the Uber Unique with at least master workable 4+12 and has at least one random greater affix, and some of them of course even have two greater affixes. So we found a bunch here. So we're gonna do a quick unethical salvage. So this is like all the Uber Uniques, this is how they look. And we're just gonna salvage them real quick, and we're gonna get a bunch of shards from this. So you can see here, if I remove my camera, we got 21 shards of this. And this basically allows us, if we go to the blacksmith here, we can say we want to forge equipment. And I could forge, and let's do this like a Mythic Uber Unique Cache. You might remember this from the PTR, but now it actually is in the live game. And obviously it doesn't give like all the Uber Uniques, but this one will just give you like a random Uber Unique. So this is how the cache looks like. Mythic Unique Cache. And when you open this, it's gonna drop, okay, here, boom, I got a Starless Sky, nice, 3 to core skills, and I can drop another one. It just generates, like you see it on the map as well, is the Uber Unique. And you can check this, boom, I got an Heir of Perdition with Lucky Hit Shares. This would be very nice for the Rogue. And then what you can do, of course, like I used 2 sparks, right? But now I didn't get the one I want, I can salvage this again. And now I got another 2 sparks, and I can craft even more of them if I want, right? So I can go back to forging, and I can forge, I don't know, like another Uber. And then if I salvage this one, it's going to give me another spark, allowing me like, now I got a Tyrell's Might, allowing me to craft another one. So essentially you're only spending 1 shard per Uber, and you can just keep going until you get the one you want. So I think this is a massive W. Again, there is some RNG to it, but you are basically guaranteed to get a spark from defeating Uber Lilith. I think you just need to do it in T1, so that's going to be very comfortable. And you get a spark from the final reward in the season journey. So this is going to give you yet another spark. So there's a ton of sparks that you can get. And we can also target craft these Ubers. So you noticed here I farmed a bunch of runes. Unfortunately, the runes don't all fit in the same inventory. So there is like going to be a lot of runes, and the vendor doesn't recognize the runes that you have in your stash. So you need to make sure to, if you want to craft, that you have the runes in your inventory. So for example, here we have the Harlequin's Quest. I can, the UI isn't perfect. I can right click this, and then I actually see, you know, what I need. For example, for Harlequin's Quest here, I need Eom, Luck, and Tom. And Eom is a legendary rune, Luck is a rare rune, and Ton is a magic rune. And for some reason, on the PTR at least, or on this test server that we played, I didn't get too many of the magic runes. Like I got way more legendary runes because I was farming on T4 all the time. We were basically just like one-shotting the T4 bosses and stuff. So it was a lot easier to get the legendary runes. But I think, especially like for people that farming on World Tier 1 and stuff, the magic runes are going to be very common, and then you can trade the runes. And it's going to be a very good currency because you can essentially target farm here. Let's say I want a Harlequin's Crest, I can just use these runes. You see, boom, I craft one, it's going to spend the runes, and we get the Harlequin's Quest here, we got the maximum resource roll, and so on. And then you can, like, you know, target farm whatever you like, right? I can even craft a Shroud of the False Death, and at the moment there was a bug and it was tradable. So this one is going to cost me now Bug, Cry, and Money Rune. So this also will work, and you see you have a lot of runes. You can also exchange them. So I can like craft one of them. Boom. So this is like the one that we got now, and you see here it doesn't even say account bound on this one. I think that is a bug because the other Uber Uniques that you get here, they are always account bound. And then you can go here basically and also exchange runes. I've not really tried this a lot, but you can basically use existing runes that you have without trading, just like with the crafter, to finish and craft other runes basically. So we can use, you know, like random or rare legendary runes, random legendary runes, or random magic or rare runes. So I really want the magic runes, so I think I can spend yeah, a bunch of Nog runes here to just craft like more runes that I want, and then my inventory is full. But you saw I got like a ton more of a specific rune here, and you can exchange them like this. At the beginning, I was always wanting to craft a Tyrell's Might because this is pretty much the only Uber Unique that a Spiritborn really needs. So here I was missing the Lith rune, and if you want to farm or target farm legendary runes, you can just basically like use money runes or use some of these runes that you have a lot of to get a random legendary rune. So you can see here I can just craft 4 runes, boom, and I just got like a ton of runes. I got a Yule, I got an rune, and this kind of stuff. So I can just like keep crafting, keep exchanging the runes. However, I think there's going to be a big trading economy revolved around those runes. You can use, for example, Diablo .trade to trade these runes, because you see here none of them are account bound. And especially early on, I think people will want a Tyrell's Might. So I'm thinking the Lith rune is going to have a decent value, because Tyrell's Might is just making it so easy you know, to negate the penalties that you're getting when you're playing on Torment difficulty on World Tier 4. And you get a big armor penalty, you get a big resistance penalty, and it's pretty much about surviving early on. And then you're gonna stack your damage. So I think Tyrell's Might and Lith rune, for example, are gonna have a lot of value. But if you're just starting out and if you don't have any Uber Unique, I would just recommend actually like just randomly crafting them. Because it's very cheap, and if you have like 10 sparks, and I can show this to you here real quick. So I could craft, in theory I can craft 8 now, right? But once I craft this 8, I get 4 of them back if I don't get what I want, and I can just salvage them again. You see here, boom, we basically crafted all these, so I'm gonna spend all my resources now. So we get a ton of caches. They look like this, Mythic Unique Cache. So those are gonna be very valuable, I think. And these should also be account bound. Yeah, you can't salvage them, and they are account bound. But this is a very cool thing. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot here, so you see like these are all the unique caches, and we can just basically open them from the Uber crafting, and you see every of them is gonna drop us an Uber Unique. Unfortunately, we didn't get a double Greater Affix. But you see here, we got Shaco Harlequin's Crest with life 2 times. We got a Melted Heart, we got a Shattered Vow here. We got a Melted Heart again. We got a Starless Sky, and we got an Air of Perdition. So actually, I was pretty unlucky. But now what you can do, if you're not happy with this outcome, you can just, you know, salvage all these again. And then you go and you can either target farm, or I could go ahead and craft another 5. And maybe I get lucky now. Boom, I didn't. But see, maybe this is the one I wanted. Now I got a Tyrell's Might. And then you can do this over and over again, and it's just gonna halve. So now I'm gonna craft another 3. So you see, boom, and then the only thing that this costs is gold. So if you have a lot of gold, you can like, just keep doing this. And you see now I'm getting 3, so I will be able to craft 1 more. Boom, Air of Perdition and the Shroud again, and I can just do this again. Salvage them. And then I can craft yet another one. And maybe the last one, come on. Bless RNG. Ah, chest armor. Okay, and then we got another one. And you see, you can just keep doing this. So overall, I think it's a lot easier to get Uber Uniques. And if you don't like the RNG, you can target farm them by crafting. You just need a couple runes. And I think there's going to be a big trading economy basically revolving around the rune. Especially like for Harlequin's Crest and also the Tyrell's Might early on. You will definitely want to take a look out for those runes. I mean, the Lith rune in general is also one that is very useful, because this is the one where you just stand still and you gain offering. So that one is going to be I think, extremely powerful. So I think the economy is going to be amazing around these, and I think it's an interesting and nice new way to shake up the trading meta and to shake up the unique meta. I'm definitely looking forward to Season 6, trying this out with all of you, and we're going to be hosting a lot of boss runs. We're going to have a lot of community runs going as well. I hope you enjoyed the overview, guys, and I'll see you soon. GG, let's go. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.